I just realized we always do the same steak.
Cut this. Put this inside this beans in it. See?
Mm-hmm. There's seeds in it.
Seeds. I love to cut cumbers.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that was a nice one. What are you gonna do? You're one of the problems.
Got it. Oh.
That's a big pit.
I'm gonna eat a little bit of it.
Okay.
Mm.
Do you think that's enough peaches for everybody? Dinner's ready. Leg, or do you want the breast?
I don't want the leg.
Chicken on a bone?
I want it's good.
Perfect. Alright, the breast meat. This
Oh, you want some?
Thank you.
Breast meat.
What did you get some?
All the kiwis. Which one? Cucumber. I have some. Good.
No, this one's not ready yet. that one?